Hello and welcome, my friends. Today I'm gonna give a short flip through of my newest journal. It's already sold. It's going already to my friend, and immediately today after I record this video, I will go to the post office. So. A little bit about the idea. The idea was like after making a couple of tiny lab books, I felt immediately some unexpected urge. I didn't plan it at all. It came out from nowhere. The idea came to me, I want something really messy. And then I found this horribly old book cover that had been waiting for its time forever, and then the concept worked out in my mind of this part. But then I recalled that I had bought some tutorials on embroidery or pumped for embroidery and 3D embroidery some time before, and I wanted to try the patterns out, and I decided that they will make a perfect match for a messy journal. And then that was the trigger, and then the idea started to evolve and making up the whole concept. So this is about freedom, about crazy freedom, and this, I would say, this is the implementation of this messiness that was bursting out from me, and maybe I managed to show it here because like it wanted to get to see the world, and so I feel it as very like when the idea is something that is immaterial, some energy that comes to you, some concept that hits you, and then you just help it see the world. You just help it become material, become represented in the world. It looks like creation, real. Sorry, come on, I'm becoming a bit pathetic. So, this one is called Crazy Weeds, as you can see. And yes, this one is featuring weeds in different sorts. And to make it even more crazy, I added splashes of spray, a violet spray or something. Okay, it's purple, right? Let's run through that very quickly. So that's the spine. The spine is soft. It's double spine. This is the tapestry, piece of tapestry, to which I sewed the two big signatures. And this is a piece of hand-knitted material, kind of a net, that also fits here pretty well. I just was inspired by different journals from Sigita, from Sandy, and from Susie, who really make things like this. And on the cover, I put the main character of this journal with Thursil. It's very like you can touch it. It's very tactile, and I tried to make it as crazy as possible, hand stitching a lot of that, and the magnifying glass to show to like signify the herbalist style. So the cover itself comes from a very old book, and it says 59. Actually, you cannot see that, but it was given in 50. It was signed in 59, the 8th of February, 59 of the previous century, and again one more. And this is a very, very old book cover. I didn't have to age it. It is as is. And I used here a lot, not only embroidery, but a lot of die cuts, which I colored with Tim Holtz Distress markers. And actually, many of the colors have already faded and have already dried. And I'm thinking now about getting a full set of these distress markers, but I'm not sure I will afford it too soon, because only if it's kind of a discount or something. This one is like, as you can see, this is a poppy, and I don't know whether you can see it or not, but the center of the poppy is made with black glitter, and it's adorable, and it's absolutely hardened because I also use glittered glue here. Some calendar pages, and this is the also aged. Not, I didn't distress it. It's originally old, from the beginning of 20s. I mean, from the beginning of 2000s. And this one is another embroidery of a dandelion, and I think it's nice, right? I like it. And this is a die cut of a dandelion, and the actually, this is another page from another calendar, which is on plants, herbs, kind of a herbal calendar. And this one features the dandelion and describes a little bit. There is a short entry describing the dandelion as well. This page is matching. This is a piece of fabric. This one is from Cheryl Ann. You probably all know her. And Desert and Beyond. This is the name of her Etsy shop, and this one is the piece of fabric from her Happy Mail. These are the just stenciled patterns matching the main color, and coffee dyed paper. Crazy piece of black wrapping paper, which is for, actually this is a chocolate color, and some pieces from herbal books, herbalist books, while showing the picture, the different plants and weeds. Okay, lupine probably also die cut. I have a die and colored with the help of distress markers. This is another piece of fabric. This is also cotton, but it is locally produced. It features dandelion and cornflower, and it's coffee stained. Okay, this is a page from, you see that the pages here are fixed unevenly, and that's the main idea, because it must be crazy, and it is. This is a page from an old book, children's book, and all the books I collect and add pages here are about nature. Also, it's pretty vintage, if we can call the things from the previous century vintage. Let's do that. Another die cut, colored die cut. This one is funny. You also can see some embroidery attempts, but these are the child's embroidery attempts. I'm not sure where I got it from, but this is first of all, it's crazy, but at the same time, it shows the beginning, the source of things, like how people start doing something, start becoming crafty, and so on. Another die cut, some Prima labels, and another texture paste stenciled piece with a little bit of this one is linen. This is a piece of linen, also featuring different botanical patterns, and it's also locally produced. And another weed, a piece of mandala that you can color. And this page is actually from my daughter's art school attempts, sketches or something, and it's pretty clumsy, but still Very nice, I would say. So it's originally old and also inspirational, because it also shows the beginning of love to art, to creation. So this one is a complete representation of everything. Again, a little bit of stenciling, some pages. This is a book page from folk fairy tale books. It's in Belarusian. This one is the page from probably it's from Daniela, and it's about it's from her Happy Mail, some also piece of very vintage thing. And this one is also a 3D die cut that actually it's not very much colored. It's different types of color paper. And again, these, and yes, I featured some pieces of postcards. I have a collection now, an assortment of former USSR postcards on botanical and just different natural topics. This one is a piece from this postcard about cornflowers, and another page and another piece. Yeah, like this. And this is about also some medicinal plant, some weed. That's from 2013, and yes. Okay, some coffee dyed paper. This one is the page from another botanical calendar, and this paper is actually from an old 1970 something big notebook, and I added it here. It's not coffee dyed, it's original. Okay, and another tiny composition with a stenciled image, with a die cut, and with a little label or tag. Some more pieces. This one is from a botanical book on how to pick the mushrooms. This is handmade glycine that I made with wax, and yeah, pictures featuring the cows eating the weeds. Actually, weeds are feeding the life and people who are using them for food. This is a picture of like children, a mom, a granny, and a child picking something, mushrooms or berries, or even some nice weeds again. And again, die cuts, another piece of the card, and another embroidery, 3D embroidery. This page features this plant in medicinal sense. Okay, and the middle part is the second signature, is actually an original, very authentic old children's tiny book. It's from 1982 or something. I have very poor eyes. And why I added it here? Because it's amazing. You see, it features all the plants and weeds that I actually showed in the journal. Yes, they are nice. These are short poems. Also, just they have no author. These are folk poems. They are nice, and you can see all the flowers. You see, just all the flowers that I have here, and even more. Nice. So that's the third signature, with a piece of my handmade paper. As you can see, it has some seeds, and the seeds are exactly from weeds, because I keep collecting grasses and weeds in the autumn to get some seeds from them. And this is an envelope with one more embroidery and a picture. This is actually what this half, at least, of this postcard looks like, and it's here as well. You can see it through this window. Wow, some more pieces and decorations, another picture, and this is an original with, like it's a pressed plant glued here. Some more decorations. The page. These are from old wrappings I found in books or somewhere. This one is also the page from an English-Russian dictionary. This is kind of pocket, but it's a pocket like full size. You can put something there. Another die cut. And another die cut. And yet some more die cuts. And fabrics and die cuts, and again authentic vintage paper, another die cut. So I used pretty many, again illustrations from medicinal plant books. Okay, this one is fussy cut and stamped. Yeah, it was stamped, colored, and then fussy cut. A lot of work, you know, but it's all very nice. Okay, this is sand texture paste next to the stencil. More die cuts. Sometimes they even match the featured flowers. This one and this one, for example, and this one. And another embroidery piece. And some more die cuts and another piece of plants. Pressed plants glued here, and one more. We are coming to the end actually. Some more texture paste by the stencil, and this is actually again a pocket, and this is also a pocket, and this is also a pocket. I guess I will add some pieces, some tags there a little bit later. If I move now, I will just kill the whole construction because everything is pretty. I'm actually linked or tied to my phone by the wire of my mic headset. And one more embroidery and one more 3D die cut. That's the back side. Actually, this is not fixed. It means you can somehow put something here if you want. I even wanted to put a wooden twig here, but then it deformed, misshaped a little bit the whole form of the journal. So this is it. I hope you liked it, and thanks a lot for watching. Next thing I'm gonna start doing two things actually. The first one is a line of monthly journals, just a tiny collection for summer, like 3 journals, June, July, August. They will be small and not small in size, but small in the amount of pages, and they will be topical. You'll see. And then I'm gonna start making a big mushroom lab book. We'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind and some idea like this one will interrupt my plans and break through them and see the world before. So thank you a lot for working. Have a great weekend and see you soon, hopefully. Bye bye. Take care.